Freya, Josephine, Hollick.
Evening, folks. How you all doing out there in internet land? I'm going to start with a cover after that intro there, Henry, which is probably a bit of an anticlimax. I must say this is quite an unusual little thing to be doing, playing in a studio where everybody's wearing masks and we're all standing an appropriate distance apart. I hope you're all following some form of social isolation, watching this with your housemates or whatever. This is a little tune that I've found is coming in handy since I've been in isolation down in the Rat. It's called In the Earthly By and By. It's about making heaven on earth regardless of what's going on for you. I must say too, I know that a lot of people wonder how Dolly plays with those fingernails, and mine have never looked quite so shabby. So if I make a few missteps picking, that's why. It's easier to play with them than without them.
I fear there's people stopping me, getting where I need to be. 'Cause I lay down with the bad men, I lay down with the heat. My boots are roughly falling over roads meant not for walking. The Harcourt sun is beating me like his cheating used to do, like his cheating used to do. I know that in my future there's a dandy river running, and it's flowing not with water but with shining melted gold. And the banks full of God's children are naked and embracing, with the blush of cherry blossom and celestial morning sky, in the earthly by and by, in the earthly by and by. Ooh. Ooh. What next? Is it I'll sail for to let them hear my song, Lord? Pay the devil due, that will get me on and on, that will get me on and on. My knees are clicking Dixie while my palms are clapping Pearline. The memory of him got me sitting with him on the porch, sitting with him on the porch. There's a dandy river running, and it's flowing not with water but with shining melted gold. And the banks of God's children are naked and embracing, with the blush of cherry blossom and celestial morning sky, in the earthly by and by, in the earthly by and by. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I fear there's people stopping me, getting where I need to be, 'cause I lay down with the bad men, and I lay down with the Woo. I'll switch over to my little electric guitar now, if that's all right. It's the first time I've had to think about what I'm going to wear for a couple of weeks. I got one pair of Adidas tracksuit pants that I've worn too many times to grace these stages this evening. I'm going to do a tune now of my record, Feral Fusion. If you've heard my music before, you might be familiar with it. But I won't do the swears, just in case any of the kiddies are watching at home. Folks keep saying you're a real sweet guy, do most anything a real man can. But I've seen you in your man-sized dog suit, chasing kitty and sniffing other ladies' tails, waging war on the nightingale. The hits came on. Brenda Lee sang that song, sounded written just for you. I just had to smile through my coffee and pie, 'cause you'd written us into a country tune when you waged war on the nightingale. Men keep saying I'm a tasty dish. They'd love me proper if they got rid of their wedding ring. They say they're nothing like any of those other guys, especially not that Mr. One Time who waged war on the nightingale. All right. Say it's better off this way. When you're alone, nobody's waiting on you to get home. Don't get used to lying, don't get used to crying. Just get a little bit colder. May, June and July, at least I'm not waiting on Mr. One Time who waged war on the nightingale. At least I'm not waiting on Mr. Alrighty, I don't know how I'm going for time, but like maybe one or two songs? One? Okay. I'm gonna do this song that I recorded when I went over to America last year, and we're about to do another single from that in the coming weeks. But this is not that song. This song's called Wilderness Tune, and it's about that beautiful time of day where you get to go outside and look at a tree for a tiny bit before you have to go back inside again and eat another box of shapes. As I walk towards the pines near my home, I see the hillside breathe. And when I cast my eyes to the pale winter skies, I feel that ancient breeze. And I'll bare my skin like we animals should, and slip into the crystal stream oscillate without a care. I'll be up near the moon on a beam of stardust, humming my wilderness tune.
Thanks so much for having me, folks. I hope you enjoy your evening at home.
Yes, indeed. Freya Josephine Hollick. Why don't you come up to the bar for a chat?
Right.
Tell us about your isolation experience. Make sure you keep Freya neck deep in all the shapes she needs. Give her the funds she needs to actually fix that nail. Could you show them the nail that's broken?
Oh, it's all of my my entire hand on the other hand, but these two in particular are like very bad. This whole hand is snapped off, but all the nail salons are closed and I just have to wait it out, you know?
There's no DIY you can do.
Ain't seen my real nails in years, boy.
But what I was saying is, make sure you head over to deliveredlive.com.au and get some merch of Freya. She's got incredible records out and more. I can only imagine T-shirts. What else can people buy?
It's mostly just the music stuff.
No novelty items.
I'm not
music.
any fun. It's just the music. I'm a very serious musician.
You're a hit over on YouTube. Keep those incredible comments coming.
It's a strange way to play a gig, I tell you what. But I'm glad I'm playing a gig.
Did you enjoy, Freya, getting incredible comments about Freya's voice, presence, ambience in general? Keep the comments flowing. And also, if you happen to be one of those people that haven't been hit particularly hard by this whole new world, head over to deliveredlive.com.au and buy a ticket. This is like a normal gig, or this is as close to a normal gig as can be,
as
given
we
the
can
circumstances.
kind of do right now.
I was supposed to be at Blues Fest stuffing my face with organic donuts at the moment.
Hors d'oeuvres.
That's not happening.
Is what I thought you were going to say.
Stuffing my face with pigs in blankets. But no, I'm here. But I feel like we're kind of at the crest of a wave. This is a whole strange new beast in its entirety. And if you are one of those people that loves the Australian music business, loves entertainment, or at all stratas, this is the correct place to be. Head over to Delivered Live and buy yourself a ticket, because all of the funds from those tickets go towards the artists like Freya and all of the industries that go into putting this whole thing on. And this is quite an amazing thing that's taking place,
How good's
isn't
that?
it?
I was very surprised when I got an email.
There's a skeleton
Asking me to be a part
crew
of this,
here. Just to give people a sense, the sort of vibe in here is kind of not like, you know, throngs and an adoring crowd. It's more like one of those YouTube shreds videos, like the Beach Boys, where you have one person clapping at a time. Can you give Freya a round of applause? Just that. See, there's
Gives
like
you
four
kind of
people.
a good idea of. It's slightly more enthusiastic, but it's like playing in my parents' lounge room.
It is. And all you can do, the way that we can see it is just through emojis, through ones and zeros and pixelated graphics.
The Matrix.
Support. Yeah. How's your isolation going, Freya?
It goes, it's like a roller coaster.
What do you mean?
Moments are beautiful, wonderful, pasta making, planting seeds in pots to grow things, vegetables, flowers, whatever.
Sort of getting back to the earth, getting back to sort of simple, ceremonial, basic existence.
Yeah, that's right. Lighting the fire.
Is that keeping you happy?
At times, sure.
Sure. But it's a real roller coaster out there in the regions. Do you think, one of the major people that are supporting this gig is an amazing initiative by the Vic government called Recharge Vic, all about supporting people's mental health in the regions. Does isolation get extra isolated in the regions?
Well, yes, considering, my family's in Ballarat, but I'm in a very small town of 200 people. I was already quite isolated, and now I'm slightly more because I don't get to do my, weekly trips into Melbourne to see thousands of people.
Except for here, Delivered Live,
where I feel like I'm going to be sane for at least another 2 days after this.
I'm glad we're doing our bit.
Me too.
One of the other amazing things we're doing here at Delivered Live is each artist gets to nominate a favourite member of their road crew, a favourite venue who also gets a portion of the proceeds from those ticket sales, which you can go and buy if you feel like giving generously. Who have you nominated tonight from the city of Ballarat?
The Eastern Station Hotel. I think maybe they just called the Eastern Hotel now because it sounds a bit cooler.
Tell us about the Eastern.
I've been playing gigs there for years, but my lovely friends Matt and Chrissy took it over just over a year ago, like a year and a half ago. And they've been bringing amazing music to Ballarat for as long as they've had it. And I love playing there, and they support local music. They also support a lot of musicians from Melbourne and interstate, really great bands, everything from punk to alt country or whatever. And it's just, I would knock off work and go down and watch some punk bands or whatever. $10 on the door, no worries. And they're great people, and they need, everybody needs a little boost at this time of year.
If you are from anywhere near and around the Eastern and have had a kind of hazy evening where you've ended up under the bar or perhaps frothing at the incredible music that's played at the Eastern, make sure you buy a ticket, and a portion of the funds will be going to Freya and the Eastern tonight.
Woo!
Ballarat, shining a spot on Ballarat tonight,
on
courtesy of Recharge Vic. And in that spirit, we're about to welcome another cast member other than the illustrious presence of Freya, Josephine Hollick. Miff Warhurst is joining the cast here at Delivered Live to talk about the impact of mental health and this whole coronavirus thing. It's tough on the mind. It's a bit of a roller coaster, as Freya alluded to, huh? So
totally.
Earlier in the week, thanks to Recharge Vic, Miff Warhurst had a chat to a bunch of amazing people on the front lines of COVID-19. Check it out.